Hello and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we are going to be reseeding this lot here behind me. So you'll see the green part right behind me, and then you'll see where the silage has been cut at the top. Well, we're going to do the whole lot of it because thankfully we got plenty of bales in our first cut, so we just need a tiny second cut, so it's really taking the pressure off and it's great to be able to do it. This place below here has just deteriorated over the past 5 or 6 years. Something ridiculous, really, because I was only talking to Dad about it the last day and I said, is it my imagination or was this place not so bad a while ago? And he said, yeah, we always had the rushes there right behind me, the really dense stuff, but it just spread across the whole lot of it. We were cutting silage in here up to 4 years ago. And imagine trying to cut silage out of that now. You'd be wasting your time. So that'll show you how bad it has gotten. So look, it is in bad need of it. There has been no big reseeding job done here in probably decades at this stage. So it is about time that we just started getting through it. So this is the first part of it. And then hopefully next year we'll do another bit and so on and so forth. And yeah, hopefully just trying to improve the grass as much as we can where we can on the budget that we have. So in today's video, Agritech have supplied my grass seed. They sent that out to me, so thank you so much to Agritech for that. Like, it's about 5 acres to reseed here, so that's, you know, a fantastic gift from them. So we really appreciate it, myself and Dad. So my job today is to top the rushes, and when I say top the rushes, I'll probably end up topping this entire section down here because there are just rushes everywhere now, because we're going to spray it all off then. So if I top the rushes, we'll spray them as they're coming back and they should take the spray better and hopefully be more effective. So I'll get into it and stop yapping, and I'll show you the finished result after I'm done topping as well. Now that's the job done there behind me. I was called off early yesterday because the power steering disconnected or came apart. I'd say the threads are just gone in it. So surprisingly, I did have an idea of how to fix it and I tried, but I just did not have the strength for it at all. So thankfully help wasn't too far away and my friend Jer came and did it, but it even took him a fair bit of time to get it done. So he got it back in. I drove down to the yard then and he put a weld on it to hold it. But look, the job is done anyway. Hopefully the next thing I'll show you now is what it looks like after it's being sprayed off. If the contractors can't get to us in the next few weeks or month or so, we'll just bring the yearlings back up here and they'll have a bit to graze on, and sure, they can just be feeding it until the lads can get here and do the job. So we're not in any major panic, thankfully. So that's it, and we'll see what's up next. Now just to let you know what we're doing here with the digger. So basically this used to be a bog years and years ago. So this is where the worst of the rushes are now as well. In fairness, the soil isn't too bad considering it was bog. There's a bit of peaty stuff mixed in there, but overall it looks all right. But basically what he's doing with the digger here now is just breaking up the pan. The idea of that is just to basically improve the drainage, allow the rainwater to go down through the ground rather than sitting on top of it. And that will hopefully just give us better drainage in there. There was a bit of a hollow there as well, so he dug around the rushes there as well, and again hopefully that will just improve the drainage. And that's one of the massive boulders that has come out of it. I said I'd leave that in, it looks fairly impressive. Here we have the boulders. Some of them are grand. Look at this one. Look at the size of that. And this one. We knew there were a couple of big ones up here, but some of these are unbelievable. And that's the one he just took out. So, yeah. The conductor here. Now, so you'll see there behind me, the trench is dug. So that is basically for the water pipe to run the whole way through the middle of the field. So you have below me and you have above me. So the plan here now is I am going to do a bit of work at last instead of just standing around and watching. I have a roll of pipe there and I'm just going to run it the whole way across to, you can see the ditch there with the tree. It's going to run to there. He's going to then cover it over, bury it, flatten the patch of the ditch there, so that we're going to put a concrete trough there, so that basically we'll have water to this field and over to the other side. So forever now we haven't been able to really strip graze this ground properly, because we've always had to let them to water, which is either the far side of that ditch way over into the other field, or else just recently I did a temporary job down here with a bath and running pipe around the ditches. So look, it should just mean we're more efficient in our grass use. We'll get a good big concrete trough in there so that they can have access from both sides, which should make things a bit easier. So he's just below doing another few bits down there. You probably saw the sprayer heading off there as well. So he came and he sprayed all the grass here. Once he's done digging, someone else will then come ploughing and so on and so forth. So it's a big job for us anyway. You know, we're not used to doing this sort of big work, but it's great. It's great to see progress, and it's great to see it finally starting. And talking of starting, the rain is back again. So I'm going to get literally into the trench and start rolling this out. Now that's my bit of work done for the day. Absolutely destroyed, but I'll show you our new stone wall out of all our boulders as well. They've been put to use anyway to block up a couple of gaps that aren't needed. That's all the big ones in there now anyway, so did a job with them anyway. Now I am back out here this evening. I hope the mics are working because it's blowing a gale up here as usual. But you'll see there behind me, he has covered over the trench that was dug and I put the water pipe into. So he has that all covered over, and just on the ditch there, I don't know if you can see it, but he's flattened that a bit as well, just to make way for the truck that will go in there. And then he has also dug here behind me and the whole way across the field, because years and years ago there was a ditch there separating this field out, and over time the hump kind of came back and then there was a dip in front of it, so he's just after leveling that out a bit now, so it'll just make it all a bit more even and smoother. So it's looking good. A little bit of pencil up there, but I suppose that's from the ditch that was there. Small bit here too, but that's because we dug down nice and low for the water pipe to go into, so there's no danger of something hitting it. You will see I have the 390 and the transport box on the back of it. So my job now is to start picking a few stones, the dreaded job. But there isn't a whole load of them. Obviously, I'm only going to be picking the big ones. So hopefully it won't kill me, but you'll see there a few that size. So I'm kind of giving myself an hour and a half this evening. I was home from work late, of course. Isn't that always the way when you want to get out? Yeah, I'm thinking an hour and a half today to get a good shot of it done, and maybe another bit then tomorrow, because I'm short on time this week. But sure, aren't I always short on time? That is the problem. But look, I'll get stuck into it and stop procrastinating, and we'll see how many boxes I can get done. Or I'd say now, if I get one transport box filled, I'll be happy enough, but I'll get going with it anyway.
Now it's all go here this evening. I ran out just after work to get a few shots, but as you can see we've two tractors on the go. We've one on the power harrow, one on the leveler, so you can see the difference where it's been harrowed compared to just further back here. So yeah, it's coming along nicely now. Ground is still really dry, there's been no rain, so hopefully that'll make a good job of it. Yeah, so oh, Dad's here to have a look as well, so I might just pop down to him as well and we'll get a few shots. I've got the grass seed ready to go. The good stuff. Now I didn't come up while they were spreading the lime for obvious reasons. It's a very dusty job, but we gave it 2 tonnes to the acre anyway, so we have some left over, maybe for the next job or for another field. But this is just him putting in the seed there now. You can see where he has done and where he hasn't quite yet done yet, but kind of satisfying watching it. Now I am up here this evening to get the fertilizer out. So the whole place has been lime seeded, rolled, and I'm just going to do the fertilizer now. I can see the seeds in here, and thankfully I don't see any of those horrible seagulls, so hopefully they haven't eaten half the seed at this stage. But I did mention at the start of this video that Agritech had gifted me the seed for this job. So we went for the 3A on the Tipperary grass seed. It's a grazing and silage mix. So it's got a 50-50 split of tetraploids and diploids. It's then got the split kilo as well of white clover and red clover. So it'll be interesting to see how that comes through. And then all their seed is coated with, is it Grow Quick or Quick Grow?
one or the other, but basically it's for increased germination and development. So I'm hoping it will take off as well as the stuff below in the half acre that we did. It's the exact same seed, so if we get the same results as we did there but on a much larger scale, we'll be absolutely laughing. So we've gone from doing the half acre down there to 5 acres up here. So a big thank you to Agritech for sending me out those. So it's a massive help on a job this size, on a farm this size. So yeah, massive thank you for that. So I have 350 kg of 10, 10, 20 in the spreader here. I'm tired after lifting it. It's very humid as well today, so it almost killed me. But I have another 350 kg to come as well. Rob will be helping me lift that in though, or I might just watch him lift that in, more like it. Now that's the fertiliser out. I'm pretty happy with it. It was a fairly even spread, just awkward in the 390 as I mentioned, but no, I'm happy enough with it. I'd say I got a good coat, and look, if there's a bit that it needs, I don't think a bag or two of fertiliser is going to bankrupt us at this stage in the project. But yeah, good to have it done. Really warm weather today, well, really warm considering how the summer has been. We're about 21 degrees and the rain is coming for a few days, so hopefully we're giving it the best start that it needs, and it will get going. But yeah, delighted to have it done. A big job, as I've mentioned, on a farm of this scale, you know, the first time a plough was ever here. So yeah, fairly proud moment actually to get it done. So thanks for sticking this video out. I have a feeling it's a long one. I checked my clips there and I have 85. This is going to be number 86 actually. I'm sure not all of them will make the final video, will make the cut at the end. But yeah, it's going to take some editing now to get this together. So I do hope you have enjoyed it up to this point. But for me, it is job done. We started on the 3rd of June. And today is the 16th of July, so not too bad going considering bang in the middle of silage season. So it was great that the contractors got to us and got the job done. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.